And each edition has been moving from one level to a higher level.
Sure.
Let me take my time to acknowledge the effort that the President of Algeria People's Democratic Republic has put into this. Even a month ago, when I came, I had my apprehension. And the President said, don't worry, we will make this the best and the largest. And he has achieved that. In the interest, of course, of Algeria, and in the interest of Africa, and in the interest of global Africa. 4 days ago, we had talking about global Africa, and we had diaspora. We had 4 prime ministers from the Caribbean attending, and when they left here, they went to attend another meeting in Addis Ababa. That has never happened before. Now, so every little bit that is positive, let us build on it. And the negative, let us also talk about it. One of the things that I don't like is trying to cover up the bad. Now, there's no community that doesn't have the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, what we should do about our bad is take note of it, and we make sure that it does not continue to adversely affect us. As I said earlier, slavery was bad for us. Slave trade was bad for us. Colonialism, bad for us. Even what they call globalization, bad for us. Now, if we know this, what do we do that we know will be good for us? Coming together to get rid of apartheid is good for us. Coming together to establish Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement is good for us. Let us see how quickly we can make this work for us. Talking about global Africa is good for us. So that, and people say, yes, we are too many countries. And that is true. Because our population in Africa is not more than population of China, or if more, just a little bit. But China is one country. Or India is one country. But we are 54, or is it 55? And when you add the Caribbean and other, what makes up global Africa, we are talking of almost 70 countries. Now, but the diversity that I talked about earlier, China has diversity, but it's diversity within one nation. We now have diversity within our nation and diversity of our continent, which you want to integrate. And until you are able to integrate, at least economically, then we will continue to be hewers of wood and drawers of water. That is what we must never accept.
Sure.
That we must never accept. And the way not to accept it is to know, to understand the world we live in, and take what we can get out of the world in our best interest, and throw away what is not in our best interest. And there are many things in the world that are not in our best interest. We should know it.
Sure.
We talk of financial architecture of the world. They won't come to us. But you let us, an African country, become one of the 10 economic leaders of the world. They will be coming around. Now, how do we achieve that? Not when we take 2 steps forward, 1 step aside, and 3 steps back.
All right.
No. And that's what we do in most cases. So how do we get the understanding? I may go into my own religion. The Bible said, my people are suffering for lack of knowledge. We have to knowledge of the world, knowledge of ourselves, knowledge of what is wrong with us, and we put them right. Knowledge of what we can do, and we can do a lot.
So if, as we begin to wrap up, I am mindful of time. I think I have 2 last questions for you. I'll pick up where you left off. Essentially, you were saying we can't dance our way to growth. You know, when you move forward, it's not about doing cha-cha-cha or tango. You must walk forward 1 step after the other. And I think it is important to note what you have highlighted in terms of what Global Africa is trying to achieve. It's 70 plus countries, as you said, different cultures, different languages, different economic systems, diversity management, as you have highlighted. And I think that that's a conversation on its own about how to best achieve it. It's not impossible, but it certainly won't be easy. But I would like to ask you, and for your thoughts on how the progress that is being made around IATF, around AFCFTA, because there is progress. How can we accelerate it, in your view? You spoke about political will being different to political action. I would argue that if business is also involved, business will is also different to business action. But when we talk about accelerating progress, where do we begin, sir?
How can we accelerate? Excuse me. Look, this country gave or approved over 10,000 visas on arrival.
Sure.
Over 10,000. Now, what stopped any of our country saying, look, for business or or you are holding diplomatic or official passport, for business, ordinary passport, you will get 10 days visa on arrival. That will change a lot. Why can't we now have AU passport and then we start having AU visa for those countries that are ready for it? Now, you imagine somebody coming to do business in Africa. He has come to IATF and he found that, oh yeah, there's something he will want to do in Algeria, something he will want to do in Egypt, something he will want to do in Nigeria. He will probably spend 1 month running after visas for these 3 countries. But if he can get a visa that will make him cover the 3 countries, he will go to the 3 countries, and within a week, he will do his business and go back. That you need to take seriously. I have had a program in an African country, and the day I was to travel, they said there's no visa, and then I didn't go. Now, they will say, oh yes, the reason why they are very strong on visa is because of security. What security? Now, security is not there when 10,000 visa on arrival was given. And if you can give 10,000 visas on arrival for an event like this, why can't you give visa on arrival for those who are coming to do business? Either here or in any other country. I have talked about money. I want to bring something here, and then to be able to buy what I want to buy something here rather. To be able to buy what I want to buy from Algeria, I have to start looking for dollar. But the man who will supply what I want to get from here is not particularly interested in dollar. His thing is made in the local currency, and if I can pay him in local currency, he will send me what I want to buy. So what can we do to deal with that?
Sure.
A number of things. African Bank is doing what it's doing.
The PAP.
Simple, yes, PAPs. Simple butter. Now, I want how much is the date will cost. The date that I will bring, I want to buy from here will cost so much local currency. I want to bring mango from Nigeria to here. How much will I get on my mango? To get so much. Why don't I bring my mango and I get date and we square up? Why? And then we will be doing business.
Sure.
We will be transacting business. We will be trading. We will be expanding within the context of we will be expanding and improving on intra-African trade.
Sure.
Let me give you one more. If we can have a thriving coastal shipping system from Oran along the west up to Cape, we will increase intra-African trade by 10%. And let me give you an example. I went to Angola, and when I got to Angola, I was walking around. I said, look, what can I import or what can I export to Angola from Nigeria? I made the inquiry. You won't believe it is noodles. They call it Indomie in Nigeria.
Right.
Children love it, even adults love it. So I came back to Nigeria and I said, I went to the noodle makers, manufacturers. I said, look, can I get this? Oh, you get as many as much as you want. Then, so I've got demand, I've got supply. Remains transportation. So I decided to go for transportation. I went to a port, Calabar port, and what I got are local ships that are smuggling. They say I should use that, so I ran away from it. How do you hear Obasanjo is using smuggling ship to go? Now, but we can have thriving coastal shipping.
Sure.
And it will be good for everybody, and we will be able to transact and to move. There are little things that will make a world of change in our integration and in our enhancing
Sure.
intra-African trade.
Sure.
Thank you.
Like noodles. By the way, did you overcome that challenge?
No.
You had to walk away.
I couldn't do the business.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would become a smuggler.
So there's so much more that we could talk about that we haven't spoken about, but I am mindful of time and the fact that I need to wrap up this discussion. I guess if I just reflect on some of the highlights that you have shared, areas of progress and areas of opportunity, as you did say, if we fix up our coastal and our shipping transportation system, that is a win for the continent. If we continue to invest in knowledge of who needs what and where, that is also a win. It opens up new markets and opportunities. If we raise our awareness on different payment systems that are out there and not necessarily just perhaps a Western currency system, that's also a potential win for the continent. And if we understand the importance of moving together and leaving no one behind, not just by slogan, but by way of diversity management being a critical pillar of building the continent. There's been a lot more that you have shared, sir, I know. But if you can give us one last bold, a measurable and doable goal for the continent, if there could be one bold, measurable and doable goal for Africa's trade and economic future by 2040, sir, what would it be and why?
I would say we should understand, all of us, from a day old baby to whoever lives the longest, that we cannot outsource our development to anybody outside. Our development must be our responsibility. For as long as we try to believe, we continue to believe that some people will come out of their good nature. Now, if somebody in America is interested in Africa, find out why. Is it because of what they call the strategic metals or minerals? Now, where does the strategic minerals go? Even if somebody in China is interested in Africa, find out why. Now, but as I always say, if somebody in Algeria is interested in Africa, if he becomes a billionaire, what is the worst thing he can do? He will probably have more than one wife. He's solving a social problem. And I will but if you bring somebody from outside Africa to exploit, to cheat, to take what rightly belongs to us, and we turn our face away from it, we are the enemy of ourselves. And that is more or less what we do in most cases. So I will say to every African and everybody who loves Africa that we must not outsource our development. Our development should be by us, for us, with us. Thank you.
by us, with us, for us. I think that there's no greater point to wrap up the discussion, sir. There's no superhero out there that will save us. We have to be our own superhero, as you say. And whether managing many women or many wives as a billionaire compared to managing an economy is, I don't know which one is more difficult, but I think that that is a conversation for another day, sir. Suffice to say, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure once again.